morning, YouTube. Beautiful day out here in Georgia. I mean, look at that. Does it get much better than that? Light work 5K this morning, did 5 last night. Today was more of a recovery run. It's gonna be a great day. So something that I am very excited about is the fact that now the garage on the new house is clean and I have a mini gym down here. Weights up to like 50 pounds, medicine ball, some kettlebells. I think I'm gonna get more, and then a punching bag. Y'all ever seen one of these before? It's called an inversion table, and essentially you're not supposed to just flip upside down like this, but I'm breaking the rule. To clip your feet into this thing, you hang upside down for 3 or 4 minutes and it decompresses your back. After sitting all day for work and running, this thing is a lifesaver, and I'm so glad to have it back up and running now that this garage is clean. So really just all the essentials that you would need. Oh, you're up, dude? So really just all the essentials that you would need for a home gym. Come on, let's go upstairs. Post-run lunch is a turkey sandwich. Fantastic. I still have so much work to do in this office. I'm starting to hate this blue wall. I might change it. But yo, lately I have been wanting to do some night long exposure photography, but at a super wide angle. I've kind of forgot about using this for photography. I do use it for video. It's been used quite a bit on the channel, but today we're gonna take out the Fuji X-H1 with this 18-16 and see what we can come up with. 8mm on a Fujifilm lens is the equivalent of 12mm, which is even wider than what I have on this Nikon. But first, I have photography work that I gotta get done today. We made it out here. Extra rare occasion today. Your boy has a tripod. Want to get the best shot possible. We got some cloud cover going on, which means all the light from the buildings, hopefully, the city's over there, hopefully will kind of like reflect into the air and give us a little bit more of an interesting skyline and feel to the photo today. Last time we were here was almost 2 years ago, and they were doing a ton of construction. There were all these like cranes on the skyline. It didn't look very good, but now all that is done, and I think today we're gonna get something pretty good, especially with this ultra wide. So while we're out shooting, I'm gonna vlog on my phone because obviously holding the tripod and the camera, it's just kind of a lot. Let's switch to the 11 Pro. So here's the location right here. Pretty dope. And why I like this is we have these lead lines going into the city. We got to work around this pole right here, which I'm gonna try my best to do. We got a little bit of a dicey tripod set up here. So we got this as like our anchor to make sure everything's good. It should work, I think. Our settings are 20 seconds, f11, ISO 100, the lowest it can go. We got a 2-second timer because I don't have a clicker, and we wait. Not bad, not bad. Honestly, it's just good every now and again to do fun photos like this. I tend to overthink the photos I'm making because I take it very seriously. I love the art of this. Sometimes you just gotta make a long exposure and have some fun. Yo, so I didn't realize the X-H1 can do a 2-minute exposure in camera. So I'm gonna just push this. I'm gonna do 4 minutes and just see what happens, all right? Ready? 4 minutes. Here we go. So overexposed. Really love this composition right here with the crisscross. The problem, this isn't a very popular street, so there's not a lot of cars. So we're doing a really long exposure to try to compensate for that. This one is 1 minute, and I think we should have enough cars going on this bottom part. All right, someone, not me, decided to rip these apart, and now we have room to get this photo right here, which is a composition I like much better than the first one. Just straight down the pipe, crazy long exposure. This is gonna be good. This one's 50 seconds. I like this composition right here. So now we're doing 2 minutes, f22, ISO 100. What I'm hoping is that multiple light cycles go on and we get all the trails going through. And then we have these cranes up here creating like an X. Kind of an interesting composition. Don't know if it'll work, but it might be cool. So bad. Not at all how I envisioned that one. So I was walking back to the car and I noticed this empty scene right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go interval timer. gonna go 1 every 2 seconds. Okay, here we go. Now I'm just gonna walk down the frame. Yo, so I hope the iPhone piece of the video was okay with y'all. I was gonna use a GoPro, but I've been seeing a lot of GoPro videos with photography on YouTube. Not saying anything bad about that. Eric Kim, I think, was the first photographer to really ever do that on YouTube. But yeah, just kind of felt like switching it up, you know, keeping it fresh. I just want to take a minute to shout out and acknowledge whoever is in the city putting all the holes in the fences. Once again, we found ourselves in a position where I was able to make a photo from a vantage point that was interesting that I've never been able to before because one of you crazy people is out here just putting holes in fences all over the city so people can make photos. So shout out to you, you are appreciated. And yeah, I'm pretty excited to edit this photo tonight because I've never got that shot before. It's pretty much the composition you want with the lead lines from the highway. It's gonna be money. All right, so I can't lie. That's good stuff. After releasing the book and after moving, I have been in this state of what's next. I've talked about this before on the channel. When you reach goals that you have for yourself and then they seem easier than you thought they were gonna be, you're left with this feeling of like, what's next? It's this weird, I don't know. So I've been trying to figure that out, and like I mentioned when we were out shooting, I overthink everything. I'm very serious about photography. I love it. I love this art. I think, what's the impact of this photo? Why am I doing this? What's the importance of it? When in reality, we all get into photography for one reason, and that's because we like it. We like the feeling of making something. And getting out to shoot with this lens and the Fujifilm X-H1 brought me back that feeling. It's definitely good to take things seriously and push yourself, but sometimes it's just about having fun, going out and making some long exposures just because they look cool and it's enjoyable. I forgot how good this camera was. Like I said, I haven't used it for stills in a while, and the results, quality. One thing I did notice was some artifacting around things like street lights. It probably just has something to do with the fact that there's so much glass in a lens like this and it just can't really handle it. But the photos, they came out quality, and clearly y'all agreed because when I posted this photo on Instagram, it got an insane amount of likes. Shout out to y'all, glad you liked it. I enjoyed it so much that last night I was in a parking deck and I made some more photos with it. One of me sitting on this ledge, which was fire, and then one of me holding my iPhone over the ledge. I typically don't like that shot, but I don't know, it just felt right in the moment. I went to make an iPhone photo and was like, hey, this would work. So those are on my Instagram as well. Hey, speaking of moving and like being in this weird spot, y'all wanna see a few things with the house? It has been a big work in progress down here, but we finally got a kitchen table. Something that I've learned about furniture and being an adult, apparently furniture takes forever to get delivered if you order it. So we've got some chairs we're waiting on, bar stools we're waiting on, but now that we have a table, it's basically gonna be my second office. I don't know what it is. I like working up there and filming up there, but there's just nothing better than editing in the middle of the house. You approve? We still gotta fill in that space back there. It's a work in progress. It's pretty cool though. This side of the table, because it's like family style, it's a bench instead of traditional seats, which is pretty cool. So I'm gonna try to not overthink everything. I said in the first episode of the year that this would be the year everything changes, and in a lot of ways it has, but now that all the changes happen and I'm here on the other side, I'm gonna try to not overthink it. I'm gonna try to just have some fun, especially for the rest of the year, and figure out what's next for this channel. I have an idea of what's next, but I don't speak on ideas until they come to fruition. Feels good to have 2 videos done this week too. Definitely need to get back to that going into 2020. So I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're not yet. See you guys next time.